October 5th, 2005, the Capitals played the Columbus Blue Jackets, and a 20-year-old 6'3" Russian superstar scored his first goal. On December 13th, 2022, the same 6'3", slightly heavier, future Hall of Famer, watching the Hawks morning skate next to fellow Russian Kuznetsov, wore a hoodie with the lettering on the back, "Well, I'm not Michael Jordan." He would lace up his skates and score goals number 798, 799, and 800, his 29th career hat trick. After the game, his away stall was filled with many of the hats that poured onto the ice after he reached his milestone. Many of the hats were Blackhawks caps. It was a road game. But let's back up. September 17th, 1985, in the capital of then Soviet Union, was born the third child of the Ovechkin family, the two-time Olympic basketball gold medal winner Tatiana and former soccer player Mikhail Ovechkin. As is well known, Alex Barkov goes by the nickname Sasha, given to Alexander's. To Ovechkin's parents, their second little lamb is too a Sasha. That's right. Ovechkin in Russian means little lamb. Oh, the irony. Alex's oldest brother of 15 years, Sergei Ovechkin, was a devoted sibling who helped bring Alex to hockey with his parents, or when his parents were busy. Sergei helped him get into hockey. As a matter of fact, sadly passed away at 25 from a car accident. When asked about Sergei in an interview 7 years ago by Graham Bensinger if Sergei would be proud of him today, Ovechkin responded, "I'm pretty sure he's proud of me right now, looking at me from upstairs. If he's alive, maybe I wouldn't be a hockey player." Someone had to take care of his parents after that passing, whether it was his second older brother Mikhail Jr. or him. Ovechkin was 10 at the time. Ovechkin dove into hockey to grieve. On October 5th, 2005, I already mentioned he scored his first goal, and on December 13th, 2022, he scored his 800th goal. That's 17 years later. For reference, Wayne Gretzky achieved his milestone at 33 in 1,116 games, and Gordie Howe achieved it at age 51 in 1,748 career games. Today, Ovechkin is 37 years old. It took him no more than 190 games between each century milestone. It took him 162 games to get from 700 to 800, tied for second in least games to score 100 out of all the times it took him to get 100 goals. I'll talk more about that later. Fewest amount of games it took him to get 100 goals was from 100 to 200 in a mere 130 games. Okay? He reached the 400, 500, 600, 700, and 800 goal mark via hat trick. I predicted it before the game, not a big deal. Currently, he is one goal away from tying Gordie Howe for second all-time. His goal scoring breakdown is as follows. This is pretty wild. 62.9% even strength goals, 503. I failed to figure out what that is ranked all time. 36.5% power play goals, 292. He is first all time. 18 goals above Dave Andreychuk in 334 less games. 0.6% shorthanded goals. He scored 5. He doesn't go on the penalty kill. 48.9 happened at home. That means 51.1% of his goals are on the road. That's first all time. Like I said, I think I mentioned that earlier. It's pretty split, but that's still an interesting tidbit. Tom Wilson said once, one of his most important jobs on the road is helping Ovi find one of the nearest Starbucks on game days. Ovechkin doesn't drink a lot of coffee now, but at the time he was obsessed with mochas. Ovechkin clarified that it was actually white chocolate mochas. Some more on food. Ovi's pregame rituals include heavy Italian from Mama Lucia's, and it's rumored that he has a Coca-Cola during games, although I've heard he also drinks Dr. Pepper. It's insane. So he has 124 game-winning goals, second all-time. 162 multi-goal games, second all-time. 270 go-ahead goals, first all-time. 53 empty net goals, second all-time, right behind Gretzky at 56, so he's soon to be first. He already has 5 this year in 31 games. 25 OT goals, first all-time. 140 game-tying goals, first all-time. 165 different goaltenders he's scored on. That's the third most. So who's giving him all these pucks? Well, first is pretty obvious. It's the center, Nick Backstrom. Has assisted on 278 of his goals. Second is Carlson at 143. Third is Kuzi at 103. Can you guess the fourth player? Former Red Wing, that's right. Mike Green assisted on 70 of his goals early on in his career. He has scored against every opposing franchise, the most against the Jets/Thrashers, combined for 51 goals, and even 3 against the newly minted Kraken in 4 games. 23 against our beloved Red Wings. He's a unique specimen. He is a 6'3", 235-pound heat-seeking missile, and like no other goal scorers, the man hits like a freight train. He has a combined 3,367 hits in every season, which is 4th all time. 33 behind the leader I think 330 something behind the leader Cal Clutterbuck at 3,658. The names that surround him on this list of hits are just wholly unremarkable goal scorers. Cal Clutterbuck first, Dustin Brown second, Matt Martin third, Milan Lucic fifth, I believe, Luke Shen, Brooks Orpik, David Backes, Ryan Reeves, Chris Neal, Dion Phaneuf, Zdeno Chara. These are not goal scorers. It's insane that he's compiled this many hits. He's a genetic marvel. He's only missed 47 games due to injury or sickness. Since the 2005-06 season, he has 3,160 hits. Compared to the leading goal scorers since then, Ovechkin, I believe, has somewhere 750. I forgot to write that down, goals. But compared to leading goal scorers since then, Crosby has 588 with a mere 896 hits. Stamkos has 450 goals, 929 hits. Eric Stahl, 430 goals, 897 hits. And Malkin has 424 goals with 576 hits. So the hitting and the not only hitting the steamrolling players is a very unique aspect of his game. In the same interview with Graham Bensinger referred to earlier, he said that his favorite hit was on Jagr in the 2010 Olympics. His exact words were, "He tried to make a move, he goes left, and I go right, and I kill him." What's more is that goal was in the third period at the 18:11 mark when Russia was up 2-1 on Czech. And caused a turnover at center ice that resulted in a Evgeny Malkin backdoor goal just seconds later. Jagr's response after the game was, "It was a good hit, I saw him, but I want to make a move and I didn't see him. If I knew it was going to happen, I would have done something else. It didn't hurt me much. The mistake, however, does not heal that quick." Shout out to Capitals PR for a lot of these metrics. Today, Ovechkin is one of the most beloved hockey players, and certainly of all time in Russia. He got criticism early on for not winning and being a liability on defense, but all that pretty much disappeared after winning the Cup in 2018 along with the Conn Smythe, and was probably unwarranted because he was always a stellar performer in the playoffs. Some awards: he won the Calder's Rookie Year. He has won the Maurice Rocket Richard record-breaking a record 9 times, 2 in front of Bobby Hall, who has won it 7 times. The Art Ross once, Ted Lindsay 3 times, and the Hart 3 times. Like I said, he's only missed 47 games due to injury, but he's gone through 2 NHL lockouts and COVID, missing roughly 155 games. He's only 94 goals behind Wayne Gretzky today. Would he have passed 99 by now? That's not out of the question, as he's scored 100 goals in as little as 130 games before, and on average it takes him 164 to get 100 goals. That's all I have on this. I just wanted to shout out to him because I was watching his game last night. I don't know if you were. If you did, it was pretty exciting. His entire team jumped on the ice after he scored his third against the Hawks. Next up is 8:01, and that's where Gordie Howe is sitting at. Plays the Red Wings on Monday. That's 3 games from now, so let's keep an eye on this guy. We know once he approaches records, he likes to get them out of the way, as is seen by hitting 4, 5, 6, 7, 800, all via hat tricks. All right, peace.